We're gonna make some gingerbreads today, because now I have a bakery. See, it's my gingerbread bakery, and we make them with love. Because there's no better way to make the gingerbread men's except for with love. Right there. It's right there on the box. And that's really, like, literally all this is. I did not spend almost $20 on this thing. I spent, like, just under $2 because 90% off at the Hobby Lobby. So, of course, I was insane and I bought 2. I mean, like, you could use it, you know, little storage box. Put your thingamajiggers inside. Oh god, that's bouncy. See, you can put your thingamajiggers inside. Oh god, things are happening. A little too chaotic, maybe. I don't know. We're just gonna put these back down over there. But I have a slightly different idea in mind. And, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. Oh god, stand up. You were standing just fine earlier. Stay. Good little sage. And, this reminds me of Gamers Bear's picture, shoving Cheyenne in here. Now he's in a box. So I could use it as a little doll display. And I love it. I'm not gonna lie. Next time I go to Hobby Lobby, if they have any more of these, I might get a couple more. Because they would be, like I said, great for storage, great for doll display. Haven't quite decided exactly how I'm going to color all this, but, like, the one I'm going to put Sage in, I'm going to, you know, make green. He's obviously going to have the light pink. I don't have any other of my circus characters made into dolls yet. So, I mean, I'm going to have to finish that project eventually. So then I'd have Velda and Bria, and then I'd have, like, the Ringmaster, and I'd have an extra. But I don't know what I'd want to do with that. So, like, this one that Sage is in will probably be, like, the extra slot. And I don't know what to do with that one yet. So, maybe I should have done my other project first. I don't know. I was having trouble deciding what I was into more impulsively. So I ended up with this one. Maybe because it's the bigger one and I really need to clean up this desk. And maybe I'll do that after the intro thingy. It's been 3 minutes of me rambling. Let's get into this thing. I think a testament to how long ago I actually recorded that opening is you can see the microphone ornaments on my desk not painted. And also my first jar in the series, so I'm going to have to really remember to get that uploaded before I actually post this video. It's a good thing I'm like 2 weeks ahead. Yeah. And there you can see I put the paint colors that I wanted in each slot to arrange them how I wanted, because there was a couple like similar colors or overlapping colors. Well, I wouldn't say I use the same color for the overlapping ones, but they do look very similar to where if you're really not looking, they'd probably look the same. But I mean, I was gonna go with like the 2 main colors, but then as I was going along, like I did the first box and then I went to this box, and well, essentially I colored all the boxes but the top middle one in, and it just looked weird having like 2 dark ones on the bottom and then the rest be all colorful. So I changed it, but we'll see that a little later. I'm getting ahead of myself, and also this is probably one of the last videos you'll hear Leona in. That was her meowing in the background of the intro to this video. She sadly passed away on my birthday. She lived a good long life. She was 15. Good long life. But enough depressing. You know, it's fine. She's good. It's all good now. But enough depressing talk. We got colors to talk about. Also, I was a little worried because I swatched them in the back that when I was doing layers, it wouldn't matter how many layers I did. It just wouldn't cover up. Thankfully, I was wrong on that. And I didn't have to worry about it, because they did cover up. It was more of a pain to try and get, like, even coats, because it felt like no matter how many coats I was doing, it just looked thin and choppy, and I think there was, in the end, like, one or two that still had some kind of thin choppiness to it, but also I kind of gave up. Because, quite frankly, if I were to have done each of those panels in the box a different color, it definitely would have been a pain. That was not a good transition, but you know what? I decided, heck with it, let's try it. And obviously it didn't go well, but it's fine. We pretended the effort was there, and we pretended it came out good. Wow, how good was that? That was beautiful. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, so by this point I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do with the outside and the top middle box. So this is just me slapping on a base coat of color for that. There's really nothing interesting to say about, hey, I slapped on a base color. That's all there is. And, you know, I thought this showed up a little bit better because I know it was dark when I was applying it. It definitely didn't look as bad, blended, dark, similar, whatever word I'm looking for. Like, doing it without the camera, but then looking at it through the camera, yeah, you can't really see that. But I was trying to add, like, just some cloud outlines. I was not going for detailed clouds. I will never be ready for that again. I just cannot bring myself to do it, to even try it. I think I might have tried it, like, once because I was slapping something together. I don't even remember what that was now. I think I was just trying to play with a canvas and do some coloring, and I wasn't liking how it was turning out, so I never really finished. But one of my friends saw it and loved it, so I sent it home with her. I mean, I might not have liked it, but someone did, so I guess that counts for something, right? Someone got joy out of it. That's good. Anyway, that was a whole sidetrack. And these are new markers that I got from Hobby Lobby at clearance, so I only paid like 50 cents each. And it worked really, really well for, like, the outline, but doing the outline of the clouds inside the box part was special. It was very difficult, because, like, I couldn't hold the pen normal. I kind of had to, like, hold it way back, but even with that, like, it's not perfect, but it still turned out a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be literal heck to try and do. Also, I made a big mistake, because I should have done that first, but the big mistake was I did the moon in a flat, and I wanted the metallic, so I had to go over that after anyway. Anyway, this is me just adding some shiny silvery stars. Also, this is really big to try and fit in the frame, no matter what I did. I guess it's, like, not the biggest project, because, like, my Cheyenne shelf was a lot bigger, but I definitely did a little bit of a different setup with that. I actually stood up and painted most of that, I think, and then just did close-ups after. Excuse me. Anyway, and now we're going to get into back to the inside of the box designs, because I definitely wanted to make sure that things were dry. Also, before I did this, I did go and throw a layer of Mod Podge on all the blue parts, just because I knew it was gonna risk scraping paint off and getting it dirty, which happened anyway, so yeah, when my desk is as dirty as it is right now, it don't matter what you do, your project's just gonna get dirty. So I'm gonna have to, like, wash it down again. I guess this is why people would put something down, but, you know, knowing me, that's gonna be a little bit more of a pain than anything. And maybe not worth it. I don't know. Just gonna roll with what I've been doing. I'm old and stuck in my ways. Get off of my lawn! Yeah, we went there. I don't know what I'm doing. this is a long video to give just a boring old voiceover for. Also, I realized a few seconds into this that when I flipped it, it was not in frame anymore. And in the end, there was a little piece that was chipped off the top somehow anyway, even though I put Mod Podge on, so I just slapped a little bit of blue paint on it and called it good, because it's one of those moments. And I'm like, I don't care. This kind of covers it up good enough. Moving on. Also, I know this looks weird, like I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to feathers, so excuse me again. And yeah, these lines were kind of weird because I find like paint markers don't really go over themselves very well. Maybe I need to let them dry longer. Or, well, dry at all in this case. I kind of didn't wait. Or maybe I'm just an idiot and I don't know how to use paint markers. I cannot tell which. Also, I don't know why my camera would not focus on this part, but I don't blame it. But yeah, by this point you probably see that I have at least my first jar up. And so I took some inspiration for some of it from the jars that I've done. Because at this point of recording, I only have like 2 big jars left to do in my collection. And I'm probably going to get started on one of them tomorrow? Tonight? Tomorrow? After this voiceover? I don't know. Soon. Because I am far enough ahead, I can do that. And also, these haven't been taking me super long, so yay! Also, I really don't like how Cheyenne's turned out. I also forgot to add the little freckles on his, but we'll see that at the end. When I remembered to add them in and then just did a quick clip of, hey, I did a thing! And I do think that made it look better, but definitely the lines in his were the wonkiest and the worst. But it was also the last box I did the inside design for, so I'm so done. I guess it could be worse, but it definitely could be better. Anyway, here's the close-up of each. Let me know which one's your favorite or what you would have done different. Either with the box or the whole thing in general. I love hearing your ideas, so let me know either way. I do, for the most part, I like it. I think it looks kind of weird as is, but I do like it after I went and grabbed my dolls and I put them in. I thought it looked a little bit cooler, but I do have a second idea that doesn't involve dolls to add to this. So we'll see. I'm not quite sure how to go about that yet, because I know it's going to be a little bit tedious or a pain, or I don't know. We'll figure it out if I get there. But until then, again, just let me know what you think or what you'd have done differently down below. And hope to see you again next week. And then here is my little addition. Okay, peace out.